Okay guys, so here we go again. It's actually been a couple years and I've got a crazy husky behind me who's rather hyper. But it's been a couple years since I've actually made a video while I've been upgrading a version of Windows. Actually, Windows 7 was the last time I did it back, well, almost 6 years ago now in the fall of 2009. Didn't really bother doing it with Windows 8 because I didn't actually get a copy until it'd been out for about 3 months. But now we are trying it with Windows 10. Now, something that I should add, in case you're trying to upgrade and you get the message saying something happened and that's it, if you go into Control Panel and change your language settings to English US, for some reason, which I don't understand at this point, and I'm sure lots of other people don't either, it fixes the issue. It was set to English Canada. But so far, I've got it downloading. And I should add, because I, ever since my experience with Windows Vista, well, almost 9 years ago now, when the upgrade sent my computer into a reboot loop, I just made sure that I had everything backed up. And I have my original Windows 8.1 install disk handy, because these things, although Microsoft is claiming this is supposed to be smooth, we don't always know that for sure. But anyway, so here we are, we're downloading Windows 10. We're at about 8%. And I'm sure you don't really want to listen to me while this thing downloads over the next probably half hour or so. So we'll come back a little bit later when we're closer to being done. So just a quick update. We're now at 62%. It's been, I don't know, maybe about 10 minutes or so since my last update. So we're continuing to go very slowly. One thing that I should probably add, just while I'm waiting for this to download. Now, if you're looking at the little icon here in the corner, the one that's been up there for about 2 months, you're probably noticing, thank you for reserving your free upgrade. You're part of the largest software upgrade event ever, and your PC is almost ready for Windows 10, basically telling you that you may have to wait a while, but you don't actually have to wait for it to go through there. Just go to Microsoft.com, and there's actually a just a straight downloading page like they had for previous versions of Windows. Download the downloading tool and get the 64 or 32-bit version right away. And you don't have to wait for, yeah, whenever that is, because apparently it's now, for some people, going to be in August, so just do a manual download and you don't have to wait. Although it is taking a little while longer than I'd like for it to download, but it's downloading slowly. So we've made some progress. Or if you can see that. It's verifying my download. We'll have to see how long this actually takes. Actually, it's proceeding a lot faster than I remember with previous versions of Windows. I seem to remember when I was doing Windows 8, this actually took longer than the download itself. But we're doing a little bit better this time. So, and here I'm not creating any media. Although it is actually beating the living hell out of my CPU while it's verifying this. But I'm thinking that I have to get in there and clean it out. Kind of see I've got my core temp program running there. I'm at 51, which for some computers isn't that high, but this one usually doesn't run that hot because I don't really do a whole lot with it. My heatsink is crap, so at some point I'm going to get that fixed. Well, not fixed, but just replace it with one that isn't crap. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to let it go through this, then we'll see what happens next. Okay, so it's still going. Now we've reached a whopping 99% in under 2 minutes. Come on, focus, you piece of shit. Sorry, I'm swearing, I do tend to do that. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to bother trying to do a screen capture because I'm, well, installing an operating system, so that might be problematical. But also I never do that anyway. Okay, so here we go. So Windows is preparing. Isn't this exciting? It's preparing very quickly. Now I should mention, this is the, if you follow my channel, this is a computer that I built a little over a year ago. The AMD Black Series 8 core running at 3.5 gigahertz, 16 of RAM. Checking for updates. Now when I use this camera, I always just end up using the auto stabilization feature on YouTube. Some message came up on there and it disappeared. I'm sure I can... Now we're getting a few things ready. I recognize that. That's one of their favorite sayings for various operating systems upgrading, although they never really tell you what they're getting ready. They're just getting stuff ready. Now, what? Oh, here we go. So, am I going to accept that? Yep. No, you don't really have a choice. This may take a few minutes. It's on a solid-state drive. I did a cleanup yesterday when I was backing everything up, and always back everything up when you do an operating system upgrade. We upgraded a few of these at work earlier today, and it went relatively smoothly, knock on wood, but still. Like I said, 8.5 years ago when I was one of the idiots that bought and upgraded Vista on release day, my computer was stuck into a reboot loop and I ended up just having to reinstall Windows XP. Which didn't happen with 7 or 8, but you never know what's going to happen. This has apparently been, at least from those that have experienced it so far, it's been a relatively, because I can't talk, smooth upgrade, but now we're checking for updates. So I'm going to pause this and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so I stepped away for a minute, then it finished. So it's going to install Windows 10 Home, and damn right you're going to keep my personal files and apps, or we're going to have a problem. Although I did back it up, but still. Microsoft has claimed this will be a trouble-free install, so it's more experimentation than anything else. Okay. I would assume that this is the point of no return. So your PC will start several times. This might take a while. The screen is honestly much less exciting looking than previous Windows upgrade screens. 6 complete. Alright, we'll be back. We'll see what happens next. Okay, so far it seems to be going pretty quick. I actually just took the dog out so she could pee. Only gone for a couple minutes, but now we're up to 56% complete. So far, knock on wood, it's going relatively quickly, in theory. We'll have to see what happens when I come back. Okay, so less than a minute later, and we've gotten through it so far. So my PC apparently is going to start in a few seconds. Or a few moments. It's been a few moments a while. So we're going to see what happens. Okay, so now we're restarting, so I'm assuming this will be one of the final times that I'm going to see Windows 8. I actually didn't have a problem with Windows 8. I know a lot of people hated it, but really after you got used to the start menu, and I've covered this in other videos, it really wasn't that bad. And really I wasn't that excited really to upgrade to Windows 10. And if they weren't giving it away for free, I probably wouldn't have even bothered. It's actually saying a lot because usually I used to get all revved up over new Windows operating systems. This time it's just meh. Windows 8 worked, but it's something new. There we go. So now we're upgrading Windows. This is a new screen. Your PC will start several times. Sit back and relax. We're copying files. Oh, they finally did update this page. But as I said earlier in this video, I cannot really relax during an upgrade because of what happened with Windows Vista. But we'll have to see how this goes. Still 1%. Okay, so I got this stuff from the dog bakery. She seems to like it. This is when you know, yeah, we're kind of bored. It's only 1%, so we're trying to kill time. So we're going to give her one of these dog bakery treats. So here we go, world's happiest dog. About to get treats from the dog bakery. You good girl? Okay. We're going to pretend we behave. Okay, gentle, gentle. There you go. Happy puppy. And now we're back to the Windows upgrade screen, so we've made it to 6%, still relatively fast. Copying files is at 22%. And ooh, I can see it in stereo because it's on my other monitor. Hooray for that. Oh, and by the way, Lexi really enjoyed her treat. So much so that she wants another one, but she's on a diet, so yeah, just one treat for today. Okay, so now we're at 35%. It's no longer showing up on the second monitor, but the resolution seems to be correct now, in theory, so we're going to have to see what happens. Okay, so we got to the end of installing the features, or I think it did. It was at 95 last time I looked. Computer is restarting. Now I think it's into the finalization of the process, or whatever it is you want to call it. God damn, the focus on this camera is terrible. I'm assuming it's probably going to go back to the install screen. Yeah, and now it is configuring settings. So now it's being polite. Hi there, welcome back. There's me. In case you're wondering, K9 has been my Windows avatar since I uploaded him to Messenger, I think in 2002. Maybe now it's just because I don't feel like changing it. I hate change. And I probably should be upgrading operating systems. Whatever. Okay, next. Use Express settings. Next. It's finalizing. I'm assuming we're restarting again. Okay, so we'll log in. I'll just stop this and enter my password. Okay, so it's starting. Hi. I'm setting things up for you. Now I still have no activity whatsoever on the second monitor. Usually it would have just a blue screen or something. Well, it's not in standby mode, so it is getting signal. So we'll find out when it finishes the install crap what's going on, or if I have to, if I have some issues I may have to fix, because remember, Microsoft claimed this was going to be seamless. We'll have to see how it goes. See? Lexi's getting anxious in the background. Here we go again, taking care of a few things. Once again, no one knows what taking care of a few things actually means. Let's start. Oh, wait, okay. My second monitor's back. And the one thing that I was actually worried about when I was doing this upgrade, if for the whole 5 people that watched my video when I set up this monitor, I had a scaling issue, which took me the better half, or the better part of a month to try and figure out how to fix. I was worried that whatever I did was going to revert itself, because I wasn't actually quite sure what I did. There we go, so our weather eye is back. It's raining outside, so it's cooled down a little bit. So, let's check out Microsoft Edge. Now, like I said, we set these up at work today, and well, I work in retail. Well, one of my 2 jobs is in retail, where I actually sell computers at the moment. Ooh, that is a new noise. Set up OneDrive. Choose the folders that will sync. I'm going to unsync that. Okay, so other than Microsoft, what is the first site I want to look at? Let's look at Doctor Who News. Now, unfortunately with this, the default is Bing, which is, as we all know, shit. Not the shit, just shit. General information. Okay, yeah, that's not what I was looking for. try it up here. There we go, Bing. Maximize it. By default, I still don't like the way the text looks. I know you can tweak it to change it, but I don't know, I still prefer Google Chrome, and well, Maxton is really what I've been using primarily for the last little while. But yeah, there's the window. Now, one thing you'll notice, if you haven't seen this before, in the preview it still had the multicolored crap that Windows 8 had, or kind of the blue thing. Now they've kind of gone back to, I guess, a Windows Vista Black. Now, what are you setting up? Okay, I'm gonna have to look and see what's being installed. We're just going to here, so we've got the Start menu, File Explorer, which really, they should just have computer and all that stuff here, not clicking this. But yeah, Desktop, Documents. Let's go into File Explorer. So yeah, it has been redesigned. Go to my PC. My drives are still present. I actually gained space on my C drive by doing this upgrade. About 3 gigabytes from the look of it, from what I had previously. Now, one thing I noticed when I click on them, there really isn't by default any color or anything to the windows. It's just, it is a minimalist design. Okay, for somehow open, no, I'm not playing with you because I had problems with you. Okay, so, and I by habit I'm still going here because I'm used to seeing the whole screen come up, but it's not there anymore. So let's just go into the settings. Is here. Control panel. So just see what they've got here for appearance and personalization. Just for the hell of it. So we have my synced theme, which is my Doctor Who background, which I had on my previous Windows default theme, Windows 10, so basically just flowers. High contrast themes, obviously no Windows Classic or anything like that at this point. Yeah. Really what it is, it's Windows 8 with a new interface, and really about it. You got Cortana. Start typing. That's not Cortana, that's just a search thing. Hello. Let's try Cortana. So at this point, Cortana isn't supported in the region and language you've selected. Now, if you remember, I did set it to... Actually, no, I set it to US. Well, there we go. We're just confused. I'm sure it doesn't take a lot to figure that out, but, well, one of their big selling features is that it just doesn't work. Why? Cortana isn't available in the following countries: United Kingdom, English UK. Well, we're not listed there. Cortana is available. Well, what about Canada? You know what, I'm probably just going to do a separate video because I really don't feel like figuring that out right now. Because I really wasn't going to be using it all that much anyway. Close all, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Microsoft. I think I'm just going to stick with my old standby Google Chrome. I like Chrome. Just pull up the same site. Yeah, just by default, I just find that the text just looks better and it's easier to read in Chrome. No, maybe that's just me. But anyways, I wonder if Word looks any different on here. I'm still using Word 2007. Usually they'll customize that to whatever version of Windows, and yep, so Word still has the blue that it came with Windows Vista because they don't like making things look cool. But anyways, so this is my very long rambling video of upgrading to Windows 10. So it works, it's up and running. Oh yeah, core temp. This was quirky when I did my... Ooh, that noise is new. Okay, so this is actually one improvement. When I did the upgrade from 8 to 8.1, my core temp program quit working. Yeah. Actually, we'll just see how we're doing here for system resources. Yeah, I want more details. So, Task Manager, which is basically the same as the redesign for Windows 8. So yeah, there we go. Okay, everyone. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.